Dear students, today I will discuss the second chapter of the supplementary book, Footprints Without Feet. The title of this chapter is The Thief's Story. It's written by Ruskin Bond. He is an Indian author of British descent. He is considered to be an icon among Indian writers and children's author and a top novelist. He wrote his first novel, The Room on the Roof, when he was 17, which won John Llewellyn Rhys Memorial Prize in 1957. In 1992, he received the Sahitya Academy Award for English writing. He has also been awarded the Padma Shri and Padma Bhushan in 1999 and 2004 respectively. If we talk about the plot, there is a small time thief who befriends a struggling author in the plans of making a steal. Anil, the struggling author, is a good fellow who wants to teach Hari Singh how to read and write. Gradually, Anil develops trust in Hari Singh, but Hari Singh has been waiting for the right moment to make a killing by doing what he is best at, that is, stealing. After stealing the money from Anil, Hari Singh tries to go away forever, but some inner voice stops him from doing so. He returns to Anil because he wants to live a life of respect and dignity. Anil does not show that he knew about the incident and accepts Hari Singh with open arms. Thus, a well-intentioned person tries to reform a teenager who has drifted from the correct path. The main characters of this story are Hari Singh and Anil. Hari Singh was an experienced and successful thief even at the age of 15. He was clever and intelligent. He was a meticulous planner who trapped his victims, whereas Anil was an epitome of goodness in human being. He was a generous and friendly person who took in Hari Singh even though he could not afford a servant. He taught Hari Singh to read and write. He evolved essential goodness in Hari Singh. Now, if we look at the theme of the story, this story deals with the theme of juvenile delinquency that can mar or can spoil a young person's character and career. It explores the effective role of benevolence, forgiveness, love, and large-heartedness in dealing with young people who show tendencies to go astray. Another undercurrent of the theme is that education is a powerful tool for bringing about a positive change in society. All these strains of theme are interwoven into the narrative of how a 15-year-old boy, Hari, who ought to be attending school, has a thriving career as a petty thief, and how in trying to swindle his unsuspecting, kind, and generous employer, his conscience is hit by guilt and remorse and brings about this transformation. A sub-theme of the story can be how our attitude determines who we are and what kind of life we will lead. Both Hari Singh and Anil undergo a struggle to make their ends meet. While Anil chooses creative writing to make money, which he puts to good use, Hari, on the other hand, takes to stealing to earn his livelihood. So, the three basic themes that we will see in the story are juvenile delinquency, education a powerful tool, and we decide who we are. If we look at the title of the story. The title is The Thief's Story. Okay, the thief. Who is the thief here? That is Hari Singh. So Hari Singh's story. I don't think you need more elaboration on this. I think it is a very easy title, and as we move forward, as we are going to finish the chapter, you will understand why Ruskin Bond has kept the title of this story as The Thief's Story. Let us first read what is written in the box on the first page. A young boy makes friends with Anil. Now, a young boy here is the thief. Anil trusts him completely and employs him. Does the boy betray his trust? Okay, so here by the end of the story, we are going to answer this question, whether the thief, the boy Hari Singh, is going to betray Anil's trust. Before we move forward, let us just read the questions that are given in this chapter. Read and find out. Who does I refer to in this story? Question number 2. What is he a fairly successful hand at? What does he get from Anil in return for work? So, now let us come to the first paragraph, the first line. I was still a thief when I met Anil, and though only 15, I was an experienced and fairly successful hand. The story starts from the point where the two main characters of the story meet, Anil and the thief. The thief is the narrator of the story. So in the first line, when it is written, I was still a thief when I met Anil. So here I is referring to the thief. And I also want you to underline or highlight the first sentence, I was still a thief when I met Anil. Okay. At the end, we are going to discuss the importance of this line. I was still. If you underline or you can circle the word still here. Okay. I hope you have underlined this. So let us move forward. Now the thief here, he says that according to him, he was pretty good at stealing. So he's saying, I was an experienced and fairly successful hand. A fairly successful hand means when you are successful at doing something. Okay, so here he believed that he was successful at stealing. Okay, let us move to the next line. Anil was watching a wrestling match when I approached him. He was about 25, a tall, lean fellow, and he looked easygoing, kind, and simple enough for my purpose. I hadn't had much luck of late and thought I might be able to get into the young man's confidence. Okay, here now the narrator is describing Anil. Okay, he was 25, he was an easygoing person. Okay, so first of all, underline Anil's appearance. He was tall and he was lean. Lean means thin. So underline this, a tall, lean fellow. Alright. So when the thief met Anil was watching a wrestling match. Anil was tall, lean, and an easygoing man of 25. Okay, he was not very serious. He was very easygoing, fun-loving type of person. The thief had not committed any theft in the past few days as he did not get a chance. He thought that Anil would be a good man to steal things from. Okay, so he thought about getting comfortable and attaining the confidence of Anil. Okay, so here if we say, see the last line, I thought I might be able to get into the young man's confidence. Okay, so he believed that this person was not very clever, he was very easygoing, fun loving type of person, and Anil would be an easy target for Hari Singh. So here we can also see that Hari Singh was very confident about his own ability to fool people. Okay, that is why he is saying simple enough for my purpose. What was his purpose? His purpose was to steal. Okay, so he believed in himself. He was confident that he will be able to easily get the confidence of this young man. Let me read the next line. You look a bit of a wrestler yourself, I said. Okay, now he is talking to Anil, and he is told to Anil that you look like a wrestler yourself. A little flattery helps in making friends. So do you, he replied, which put me off for a moment because at that time I was rather thin. Now here underline flattery. Flattery means excessive or insincere praise. Okay, one thing is praising someone, but when we are not sincere, okay, or we go beyond the limit, or we praise someone for our own gain, it is known as flattery. Now the thief, he commented on Anil that he looks like a wrestler himself. He said that to win his confidence by flattering him. To this Anil replied that even the thief looked like a wrestler, which offended him as he was very thin at that time. Okay, so because he was not very healthy, so he was not able to comprehend what to say. Okay, that is why for a moment he could not reply. Well, now I am reading the next line. Well, I said modestly, I do wrestle a bit. What's your name? Hari Singh, I lied. Okay, so here underline Hari Singh and I lied. So Hari Singh is actually not the real name of this thief. He has just made up a name. Okay, Hari Singh, I lied. I took a new name every month. So here he is telling you that he used to take a new name. He used to change his name every month. Okay, and why do you think so? Because he must be trying to save himself from the police. That kept me ahead of the police and my former employers. After this introduction, Anil talked about the well-oiled wrestlers who were grunting, lifting, and throwing each other about. Okay, now grunting here means to make a low, short sound. Okay, angry sounds. So I didn't have much to say. Anil walked away. I followed casually. Hello again, he said. I gave him my most appealing smile. I want to work for you, I said, but I can't pay you. Appealing, just underline appealing. Appealing means attractive. Underline appealing and write attractive. Okay, have you written? Alright, so here the thief, he modestly replied that he did wrestle a bit sometime. Okay, he also wanted to win Anil's confidence. So he just replied that yes, he also used to wrestle a bit. Anil asked his name and the narrator lied that his name was Hari Singh. The narrator used to change his name every month to escape the police and his ex-employers where he used to work. Then they started talking about the well-oiled wrestlers who they watched on the screen. The narrator did not have much to say as he did not know much about wrestling. Alright. So as Anil was leaving, the narrator again approached him, asking him that he wanted to work for him. Now the narrator, he approached Anil with the most appealing smile that he could. Anil told him that he won't be able to pay him for his work. Alright. So this is the beginning of the second chapter, and I want you to go ahead and read this part and try to find out the answer of this read and find out. Okay, we will again come tomorrow and we will read the next pages. Thank you and have a nice day.